Hey, this is Brian from Bees RC. I wanted to talk about my track. And the track I'm working on now is up here. And I can't point up there, it's too high up. But I added a few turns, erased some jumps, added some jumps. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I draw all the tracks down, and then I make changes on paper, and then I go out and make the jumps, um, or the turns, or I manipulate the track and change the whole thing around. Uh, I have different tracks that I've been racing on, but the only evidence I have of them is on paper. So it's all filed away, and if I want to go back and make an old track that I've been on and I had trouble on it, I can go back, change it all back to that track that I had trouble on, and then add or subtract jumps in certain areas. And then I can, because my driving skills aren't, I can go around my track pretty good. I crash it quite a few times, but the driving skills aren't too bad. I can take jumps good, corners good. It oversteers a lot, so I have to compensate and figure out how to keep from oversteering. And that's the hardest part I have is oversteering. And you try to check it and it oversteers the other way. Depends on if you're using a brushed system or a brushless system. Brushless is, of course, it's wild. I have a brushless car. It's an it's a what is that? It's a Bezgar HP 161S, and it is too much power for my track, so I have to turn the power down and use a smaller battery. It comes with a 3S battery, but I use a 2S. I use one of these. They come with the clip type. They clip into the car, and then they got the Dean's connector right here and the balance charger. Uh, but it's really dirty. Everything I do out there on that track is filthy, so I spray it down, like I said. And so I put this smaller battery in that Bezgar, and it's a 1/16 scale car, and turn it down to 70% on the controller. There's 100% and 70% on the controller. I turn it down to 70%, use a 2S battery, and it's still ridiculous. Uh, Hard to control, but it's perfect for the track. So if I want power, it's there. If I want it, doesn't do me any good at all. I'm just trying to learn how to go around the track without crashing. Uh, and I get warmed up on the track. It's like playing a guitar or any other thing. Once you get warmed up on it, you start getting the groove. So yeah, this is just a little bit about me and my track. And uh, I live here in the Antelope Valley, which is Mojave Desert region of Southern California, and Edwards Air Force Base is right next door. So, I'm out here in UFO land, which I've never seen a UFO. So, it's always lights blinking. I know it's our stuff. But, anyways, that's a whole nother radio controlled situation. They're satellite controlled, though. That's different. But I'm talking about drones. Anyways, we won't get into that. But it is part of RC, radio control, flight, 2.4 gigahertz systems. And I don't know anything about drones, so I'll just shut up about that. Yeah, it's the track. Like I said, I change it according to how I drive, so I make it hard. I make a lot of turns with jumps, come out of a turn, go into a jump, or come off a jump and go into a turn. So those are the hardest one are the landings from when you're making a turn. So you're going off a jump, you're making a turn, but the landing to make the turn, that's the tricky part. So I make it tricky on purpose. So I have to have a challenge here and there, and get frustrated. But once I understand, once I get used to the track, it's a lot of fun. It's I don't know. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have came this far. I wouldn't have built the track out front. I wouldn't have got all these little cars. That's for sure. And I found out these little cars perform great. They're great performing little cars, and there's not much you can do on tuning. They kind of come already set. You just gotta drive accordingly. And the performance is in the car, not me. All I do is drive the damn thing, and I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I can't stress how much fun it is. Anyways, if you're into this hobby, go make yourself a little track. Get little cars so you can make a little track. If you don't have a lot of area to make tracks, to make a track, make a small one. It's kind of a sacrifice, you know. And it's like, how much fun do you want to have? Bashing's great and fun, but just lose interest after a while. Just breaking cars and losing interest. This way, I do it. I don't break any cars, and I drive all day, and I can drive as long as I want according to how many batteries I have. Let the cars cool between battery changes, and here's the 3S for that car. It's heavier. You can, you know. Anyways, thanks for watching this. Hope my channel gets bigger. That's up to me, though. You guys can hit a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. You guys take care and have a good one.